Beyond the glamour, celebrities finding faith quietly. The untold spiritual journeys of Hollywood's biggest stars. We see the red carpets, the accolades, the million-dollar smiles. But behind the scenes of stardom, some of the biggest names in Hollywood are on a different kind of journey, a spiritual one. What if the brightest stars you see aren't shining from Hollywood, but from a quiet, unseen place within? Today, we're diving deep into the lives of celebrities who found faith away from the cameras, especially those who embraced Islam and continue to practice quietly with strength and intention. These are their stories. What lies beyond the limelight? We often see celebrities as untouchable icons, bathed in the glow of red carpets, surrounded by flashing cameras, their lives dissected in headlines and hashtags. But behind every designer suit and Oscar-winning performance lies a human being seeking purpose, connection, and often something deeper than fame. Faith. What if the brightest stars you see aren't shining from Hollywood, but from a quiet, unseen place within? In this video, we take a journey far from the paparazzi and premieres. We explore the intimate, rarely told spiritual transformations of some of Hollywood's most beloved public figures. These are not just stories of religion, but tales of redemption, peace, inner clarity, and unwavering strength, quietly cultivated beyond the spotlight. The spiritual side of stardom, a hidden narrative. While celebrity culture often revolves around luxury, controversy, and spectacle, many stars are quietly grounded in deep spiritual practices. Some turn to faith during moments of crisis. Others are raised with religious traditions that continue to anchor them. But what they share is a commitment to a journey few ever see. In an industry driven by external validation, their faith offers an internal compass, guiding them through both success and struggle. This silent strength is what we aim to illuminate today. Why celebrities turn to faith? Isolation in fame. Despite being surrounded by millions of fans, the loneliness at the top is real. Faith becomes a refuge. Pressure of perfection. The constant demand to perform on and off screen drives many towards something authentic and grounding. Personal struggles, mental health battles, addiction, identity crises, all push individuals to search for meaning beyond worldly success. Spiritual awakening. Sometimes it's a quiet whisper or a life-changing event that sparks a journey toward God or spirituality. Islam in Hollywood. A growing, quiet confidence. In recent years, a number of high-profile Hollywood actors and artists have embraced or openly expressed their Muslim identity, not as a publicity tool, but as a source of deep personal conviction and peace. Whether born into the religion or coming to it later in life, these stars have shown that spirituality can thrive in even the most image-conscious spaces. Here are 5 celebrities who are proud to be Muslim and whose stories reflect that faith doesn't need a spotlight to shine. Top 5 Hollywood celebrities proud to be Muslim. 1. Mahershala Ali, faith over fame. Mahershala Ali made history as the first Muslim actor to win an Academy Award, taking home 2 Oscars for Moonlight and Green Book. What many don't know is that Ali converted to Islam in 1999, joining the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. The religion teaches you that we are all a part of the family. It has taught me to love and show compassion for all people. Ali speaks softly but powerfully about his faith, crediting it for his sense of humility, purpose, and clarity in Hollywood's chaotic pace. He often emphasizes how being Muslim has deepened his compassion and shaped his craft as an actor. 2. Bella Hadid, rooted in identity. One of the world's most recognizable supermodels, Bella Hadid has become a cultural voice beyond fashion. The Palestinian-American model has openly discussed her Islamic upbringing, expressing pride in her father Mohammed Hadid's faith and values. "I am proud to be a Muslim." Bella Hadid has used her platform to advocate for Palestinian rights and interfaith understanding. While she doesn't perform religious rituals publicly, her identity as a Muslim informs her activism and moral compass. 3. Riz Ahmed, the voice of a new generation. Actor, rapper, and activist Riz Ahmed broke barriers as the first Muslim to win a lead acting Emmy for The Night. Born to Pakistani immigrants in London, Ahmed has consistently spoken about the intersections of identity, race, and faith. "My faith is something that grounds me in compassion and justice," Riz Ahmed says. Beyond acting, he uses his voice to challenge Islamophobia in media and highlight the everyday spiritual realities of Muslims, not just the stereotypes. His connection to Islam is intellectual, emotional, and deeply personal. 4. Sanaa Lathan, a quiet embrace. Best known for her roles in Love and Basketball and Napoli After Ever, actress Sanaa Lathan reportedly took her shahada in 2012. While she hasn't spoken widely about her conversion, close sources and public moments have suggested a spiritual transformation behind the scenes. Her choice to keep her journey private is a testament to the deeply personal nature of faith, especially in an industry where everything is on display. 5. Dave Chappelle, the philosopher-comedian. Dave Chappelle's return to comedy wasn't just a career move, it was a spiritual comeback. After walking away from a $50 million contract in 2005, many questioned his sanity. What they didn't know was that Chappelle was undergoing a spiritual realignment, turning to Islam for answers. "You don't have to believe in everything I believe, but believe in something, and I believe in God." Chappelle has been a Muslim since the late 1990s and credits his faith for helping him find balance, discipline, and clarity in a world obsessed with fame and excess. Quiet faith, loud impact. The spiritual journeys of these celebrities remind us that fame doesn't fill the soul, faith does. Whether they speak openly about it or practice quietly behind the scenes, these stars find strength not in flashing cameras, but in prayer, meditation, and self-reflection. Their stories are an invitation, not just to admire their success, but to ask ourselves, What is the spotlight in your life distracting you from? The takeaway: faith is the new fame. Hollywood is evolving. In a world craving authenticity more than ever, spirituality is becoming the new status symbol, not through display, but through depth. The quiet commitment to a belief system, especially in such a public-facing industry, is perhaps the boldest act of all. More celebrities finding faith quietly. While the stories of Mahershala Ali, Bella Hadid, Riz Ahmed, Sanaa Lathan, and Dave Chappelle are deeply moving, they're not the only ones walking a spiritual path behind the scenes. Here are a few more who have embraced faith quietly, sometimes publicly, sometimes silently, but always with purpose. 6. Ice Cube, from controversy to conviction. The iconic rapper and actor Ice Cube, O'Shea Jackson Sr., has long been associated with the Nation of Islam. Although he avoids labels, he once said, "I'm a natural Muslim 'cause it's just me and God." Over the years, Ice Cube has evolved from a voice of rebellion to a symbol of resilience, often referencing God and faith in his interviews and music. His faith may not always be center stage, but it's clear it's the foundation behind his principles and activism. 7. Akon, faith in success. Born Aliaun Thiam, Akon is not only a world-famous singer and producer, but also a devout Muslim who proudly credits Islam for his discipline, work ethic, and global philanthropic efforts. "My faith keeps me grounded. Islam is peace, and that's the life I try to live." Akon is known to stop performances during Ramadan, has built mosques in Africa, and continues to emphasize how faith shapes his business and personal decisions. 8. Omar Regan, from Hollywood to Hollywood. A former Hollywood actor and stand-up comedian, Omar Regan left the mainstream industry to launch Halalywood, an independent Muslim-focused film company. His goal? To create content that aligns with Islamic values while entertaining global audiences. "I wanted to be true to who I am and still tell amazing stories." His journey highlights how some entertainers find success by redefining their paths entirely, guided by faith rather than fame. The growing influence of Muslim voices in entertainment. There is a quiet revolution happening in Hollywood. More artists are unapologetically incorporating their faith into their lives, their work, and their public personas, not through preaching, but by living authentically. Faith-inspired content. More Muslim artists are writing, producing, and starring in content that reflects their values, such as Rami, Mo, and Americanish. Visibility without stereotypes. The narrative is shifting from Muslim as villain to Muslim as human, thanks to actors demanding nuanced roles. Interfaith collaboration. Artists of all faiths are working together to explore themes of spirituality, morality, and purpose. Why this matters, more than celebrity news. In a world where public figures often set trends and cultural tone, their quiet spiritual transformations offer something rare: depth, reflection, and inspiration. These stories remind us that you can be successful and spiritual. Faith doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Even those with the world at their feet still search for something greater. Conclusion: when the spotlight fades, faith remains. In a world where success is often measured in awards, followers, and headlines, It's easy to forget that even the most admired celebrities are still seekers, searching for peace, purpose, and something real. For the stars we've explored, faith has become that anchor, a quiet but profound presence guiding their personal and professional lives. Whether born into Islam or drawn to it through personal transformation, these public figures show us that spirituality doesn't need to be broadcast to be powerful. It thrives in prayer rooms, on quiet mornings, in acts of charity, and in the unseen moments that define character far more than fame ever could. As audiences, we often focus on the spectacle, but what if we began to look deeper? What if we saw beyond the glamour and into the grit and grace of these human journeys? These stories remind us that the brightest lights aren't always found on the red carpet. They're found within. Whether you're a fan, a seeker, or simply someone curious about the role of faith in fame, remember this: the most meaningful transformations often happen far from the cameras, and sometimes the most powerful kind of fame is the one that only God sees. So the next time you scroll through your feed or watch a blockbuster movie, remember, the most powerful transformations often happen where no one's watching.